Excellent.
And welcome everyone to the latest anime news for the week ending November 7th, 2020. Let's get into it. Starting with some retro stuff. Bandai Namco Arts announced on Monday it'll be producing an anime adaptation of Getter Robo Ark, the last manga in Ken Ishikawa's iconic Getter Robo Super Robot manga series. Bandai also began streaming a promo video for the new anime featuring Heat 2021, a new version of the opening theme to the 1998 Getter Robo Armageddon anime. This new one set to debut sometime in 2021, with Jun Kawagoe returning from previous Getter Robo series to direct the anime at B Media. And I quote, "The manga's story centers on the conflict against the Andromeda country, the new enemy of humanity that seeks to destroy the source of the Getter rays that has devastated its civilization. Hope rests on the titular Getter Robo Ark robot, but the appearance of another mysterious Getter robot, piloted by the son of Ryoma Nagare, introduces another complication to the conflict," end quote. The manga began in Futabasha's Super Robot magazine in 2002 and remains unfinished since Ishikawa's sad death in 2006. The original Getter Robo manga, written by Ishikawa and Go Nagai, ran from 74 to 75 and inspired 3 direct sequels, as well as numerous spin-off manga and anime adaptations. So that's right, we are getting some classic Super Robot mecha works coming in the new year, which is pretty exciting.
Indeed.
So I can't say as I know of Getter Robo, but I don't think I've ever followed any of Getter Robo.
Yeah.
I watched Getter Robo a little bit along the same time that I was watching Shogun Warriors. So I have a little kind of like just a harking back to my youth of going, oh, Getter Robo. So I'll probably bite into it. It looks like something that I'll probably enjoy.
I'm gonna wait for y'all to tell me that it's good, and then I'll.
This was the first combiner giant robot, for those curious.
Oh, okay.
So it introduced the idea of multiple vehicles that all combine into the giant robot by basically morphing into it. I have a lot of fun with that. It's one of the things in my History of Mecha panels where I show the transformation sequence, because it's literally just like Play-Doh getting mashed together to make a giant robot. But, what can you do? So cool, yeah, new and all right, on to the new anime announcements, because there's a fair number. Fuji TV held its Fuji TV Anime Lineup Unveiling 2020 live stream this week and revealed 2 new upcoming anime series, both based on properties from all the way back in the 90s. The new Cestus, the Roman fighter anime, is based on Shijuya Wazarai's manga Kento Ankoku Den Cestus and its sequel Kendo Shito Den Cestus, and is set to premiere in April of 2021. The original manga ran from 97 to 09, totaling 15 volumes. A second series began in 2010 and is still ongoing, 9 volumes so far. The story takes place, the original one, in the height of the Roman Empire and follows Cestus, a slave boy who's placed in a school that trains boxers to fight in a coliseum. Bandai Namco Pictures is producing, with CG by Logic and Magic, and guidance from professional boxer Yoshihiro Kamagai for the boxing scenes. Fuji TV also announced their new Nighthead 2041 anime series based on the live-action Nighthead drama series from 1992. The original story told the story of a pair of psychic brothers on the right side of the key image who were persecuted by the world and on the run. The new anime series will star a new pair of brothers, the left side of the key image, who are members of the National Security Force and tracking down the brothers from the original, which is kind of a neat idea. George Ida, the director of the original live action, is writing the new anime, which is set to debut in July. The original drama aired from 92 to 93 and previously inspired the 24-episode Nighthead Genesis anime series in 2006 and a manga adaptation in 2007. I will admit I have no exposure to these. I've not seen any of these back in the past, but it's really cool seeing folks going back to the well.
It's funky because I know nothing of this.
Yeah, I know nothing of Nighthead, and that seems like something I probably should have known about, but I just don't. I know nothing about it. The boxing one seems interesting. I don't know anything about that either. But
yeah, I am
It's going to be
Cestus.
Megalobox but
Yeah.
Roman.
Probably. Definitely looks Megaloboxian, art style wise. It looks like it also might be CGI, like all CGI.
Like total seed? Oh.
Based on that cover image looks like CGI. That thing. So I don't know. We will definitely find out at some point. All right, moving on. The Zutto Ōen project 2011 plus 10 was created in remembrance of the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami 10 years ago, and aims to promote the Miyagi, Fukushima, and Iwate prefectures. This week they announced 3 new anime, 1 TV series, and 2 films, each set in one of the featured prefectures. Bakuten, or Backflip, an original TV anime about a high school rhythm gymnastics team, will also air on Fuji TV next April with production by Zex. The series is set in Miyagi Prefecture's Iwanuma City. The protagonist becomes fascinated with gymnastics in his last year of middle school and joins the rhythm gymnastics team at his new high school, where he befriends, guess what, a schoolmate who was a famous gymnast back in middle school. I'm sure there'll be no drama there. Taking place in Fukushima is the original film Hula Fula Dance, set at the real-life spa resort Hawaiian's Hotel in Iwaki City, Fukushima. The story centers on Hiwa Natsunagi, a novice hula dancer who still takes a hula dancer job at the hotel, and on her relationships with her colleagues. The film is set to open in early summer. Shinya Watada of Gundam Build Divers and Re-Rise will direct the anime at Bandai Namco Pictures, with Seiji Mizushima of Full Metal Alchemist and Gundam 00 as supervising director. FMA's composer Michiru Oshima is also composing the music, and Reiko Yoshida of K-On! And Violet Evergarden is writing the script.
Wow.
Reiko Yoshida is also putting the script for the film set in Iwate, an adaptation of Sachiko Kashiwaba's novel Misaki no Mayoiga, or The Abandoned House by the Cape. That'll be produced by David Production, with direction by Nanan Biori's Shinya Kawatsura, and debut sometime in 2021. The story centers around a traditional Japanese house named Mayoiga, after the Japanese folklore concept of an abandoned but well-kept home, where one can see the sea and feel the touch of warmth and nostalgia, as they describe it. And in this place, a 17-year-old girl begins a new life with people unrelated to her, and searches for her place in the world. Original novel was released in 2015 and won the 2016 NOMA Award for juvenile fiction. So, obviously, coming out of a heavy, origin, but definitely three concepts that I'd say all 3 of these caught my eye.
I'm not sure the rhythm gymnastics one, Backflip, got me so much, but I certainly think the hula fula dance. I think that one could be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously this film, what was it? Where the heck did I just see it?
Yeah, Misaki no Mayoiga.
Yeah, Mayoiga.
Mm-hmm.
That one I definitely would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
So hula and the well-respected, loved house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that they're putting a lot behind the hula dance one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see it. I mean, looks. I think it's different enough for me that I'd be interested in seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
The well-loved house concept is something that I see when I go on streaming services and I watch a lot of different like Asian TV shows. There are a lot of shows like that on there, and they're really just kind of nice to watch. They can be sad sometimes; they're happy. It kind of depends on what the script says. But it's a very interesting idea that there's this house that is literally in the middle of nowhere, and somebody somehow is taking care of it, and then people kind of gravitate around it, and it's this idea of lives. Of just intersecting lives. So basically, if you just want a good slice of life type of thing, that's that.
Yeah.
But the first one, rhythmic gymnastics, 2 guys doing rhythmic gymnastics. I'll take a pass.
Yeah, I think it's just an interesting, premise for an anime, and seeing how they execute on that. I'm very curious. Definitely not the typical anime idea. Although there was a rhythm gymnastics anime. A year or 2 ago, I think.
Hey, gymnastics or rhythm gymnastics?
I think rhythm, but
is it rhythm?
It was
the
at
one with
least
the
gymnastics.
ribbons? Is that rhythm gymnastics?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I Could not tell you.
I was like, because I've certainly never heard of a hula dancing
True.
anime before.
Mm.
I've seen ones that have like, was it Golden Time? Featured a university dance team that did traditional Japanese dances, and I've seen, so I've seen dance stuff show up in other stuff. But
Oko's in.
there you go. And it's like, but I've not seen a hula dance one.
Yeah. Curious. Yeah, it is funny kind of seeing the transition through all of these. It's like, oh, okay, gymnastics, cute. Oh, okay, hula dance, cute. A 17-year-old beginning a new life with people unrelated to her. This is. I hope this is fun.
It'll be a story of learning and growth and spiritual awareness, and hopefully not like crazy monsters that upkeep the house and murder humans to keep it refreshed with their blood. I hope not.
Unlikely.
Or do I hope? I mean, that could be interesting too.
Absolutely. Let's see here. We're not done yet. The WOWOW channel also announced 2 upcoming anime this week. The first is an adaptation of Rieko Hinata and Akihiro Yamada's fantasy novel series Hikari no O, or The Firecatcher Lord. The story of the novel series is set in the chaotic aftermath of humanity's last war. Because of a weapon used during the last war, humans spontaneously burst into flame when close to the smallest amount of fire. Yeah, that seems like a drawback.
Just talking about
The only safe energy source lies in the bodies of creatures called flamelings. These flamelings live in the great forest that now covers the world, and the duty of hunting them falls to the firecatchers who brave its depths. Author Hinata debuted the first novel back in December of 2018, illustrations by Yamada, so pretty recent work there. WOWOW also revealed that a new feature-length anime work will be created to celebrate the network's 30th anniversary. Anime director Kenji Kamiyama, that's right, Ghost in the Shell standalone complex Kenji Kamiyama, will be producing the anime at Craftar, and it'll air on WOWOW sometime in 2022. So a little ways to wait. Kamiyama will both direct and write the anime, which he describes as a, quote, socially conscious youth crime adventure story, end quote. I'm intrigued. This is the guy behind Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, Eden of the East, the 2019 Ultraman, and Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045 alongside Shinji Aramaki. So, yeah, what on earth is that going to be?
Jesus.
Huh. Well, socially conscious youth crime adventure story. Huh. What kind of youth crimes do you think they're featuring? Bicycle theft?
Right, yeah.
Probably
Bicycle theft?
probably.
Bicycle theft or cleaning the needle before you use it. I
mean, what youth crime are we talking? Are we talking middle school youth crime? Are we talking high school youth crime? Cheating on the test in biology, or are we talking like hardcore gang activity? What kind of youth crime are we talking about?
Yeah.
Or is this going to be Detective Conan?
Right.
Where it's youth crime, where it's like
Right.
a 5-year-old kid is a genius. Bless you.
Yeah.
Again. A 5-year-old is a crime-solving genius that goes around in a baby stroller or something. I don't know. Is that again?
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, knowing Kamiyama, it's, he's going to come up with something interesting. I think,
Undoubtedly.
Yeah. I'm intrigued because it's relatively taboo in Japanese media that I've seen to really talk about modern youth violence.
Right.
It just doesn't come up much. So I'm curious what direction he's going to take, or if they're all going to be 1970s kid gangs with the big pompadour hairstyles. I don't know.
Well, I mean, what was it? Was it Iwate Westgate Park or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Talking about like street gang crime and whatever else.
True.
So taboo subjects are probably going to be a fairly decently mined subject, I guess, from going here on out.
I guess.
If it adds new freshness to things, sure.
Sure, why not? Meanwhile, not that one. What happened? Everything got switched around. Excuse me. Another week, another record-breaking achievement for the Demon Slayer Mugen Train film. As of Sunday, it now ranks 10 among all movies to ever open in Japan after 17 days at the box office. It took this spot from James Cameron's Avatar, passing its gross earnings of 15.6 billion yen. Mugen Train makes the fifth anime film in the top 10. Number one on the list, unsurprisingly, is still Spirited Away. Your Name falls at number 4. Howl's Moving Castle at 6. Mononoke at 7. Ponyo and Wuthering with You are 12 and 13. The film opened on October 16th and has both the highest global opening on that weekend and quickly became the fastest film to earn 10 billion yen in only 10 days. The film was also the 15th most watched film in Japan, just behind King Kong vs. Godzilla. Gotta say it.
Oh my goodness.
What can I say? I mean, my gosh, this film.
Well, you can go online now and buy a Tamagotchi.
It's true.
I just saw this, was it yesterday, this morning? That you can go online and get a moving train Tamagotchi with which to take care of, feed, and whatever it is that you do with that. So clearly the merch is coming.
Oh yeah.
How winter's coming, the merch is coming.
The merch is coming.
Well, the merch has always been there. I mean, the series has generated a fair amount of figures and all kinds of merch.
And let's be honest. I mean, Nezuko is a pretty perfect subject for Tamagotchi. That's pretty brilliant. But yeah.
Good Lord, I wish, even if I only had $1 invested in this movie, I'd be happy with returns. Jeez.
Yeah. Totally.
Jeez Louise.
If somebody last year had told you so, a shonen anime is going to outperform Avatar in 17 days, you'd be like, wow, Miyazaki's going to go do really well. The hell?
I would have laughed and then I would have cried because of how wrong I was.
Yeah.
Well, if they had followed it up with, "Would you like to be an investor?"
Right.
I would have spent $5. Now, if they said 5,000, I probably would have laughed and then been crying.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's not a One Piece movie, right? It's this. It's bizarre. So definitely
the right movie at the right place at the right time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Joke.
We all know that a good musical score can really make an anime, or any other media for that matter. And this week, Japan's government has officially agreed. On Wednesday, the Japanese government announced the recipients of this year's Person of Cultural Merit honor. Included in the 20 recipients is composer Shigeaki Saigusa, who, as well as all kinds of modern classical music, also composed for several anime series. Saigusa is probably best known for the scores from Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack, Zeta Gundam, and Double Zeta Gundam. He also composed music for Amon Saga, Eyes of Mars, and Catnapped the Movie. A few other anime and manga creators have received the honor in the past. Leiji Matsumoto of Harlock and Galaxy Express was given the honor in 2001, and Shigeru Mizuki of Gekigei no Kitaro received it in 2010, and of course Hayao Miyazaki in 2012. Last year's Person of Cultural Merit honored prolific manga creator Moto Hagio, as well as Shigeru Miyamoto of Nintendo. Always nice seeing anime folks honored for that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch Eyes of Mars now, because I had no idea. So Eyes of Mars is an anime film conceived and financed by a New Age cult in Japan.
Oh.
It is a science fiction movie
Huh.
about a commune where, girls are taught to focus on crystals and, develop their aura and all that in the midst of an apocalyptic 80s science fiction anime film. It's a trip.
All right.
It aired on the Sci-Fi Channel back in the day. It was one of the movies in their rotation. It was released on VHS, and I believe that is it in America. It was not a big thing. But gosh, the composer of Zeta Gundam worked on that, which is pretty cool. And for those who don't know, the Zeta Gundam soundtrack is pretty well known for being one of the first anime soundtracks to feature a full symphonic score in the way we think of it today, where other anime series had used symphonies and so forth, but this sounds like Star Wars. It sounds like a full symphony thing. There's
So we're talking like a 70 to 80 piece.
Yeah.
Symphony, probably. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And it's
a big noise.
And it's like 4 albums, of soundtrack. There's repeated themes and all that kind of stuff going through it. So it was a very impressive work for the time.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous soundtrack. It has one of those. It was made in the early '80s. There's a little bit of disco in there, right? Like it's very much a product of its time. Sure. It's like, okay, this is a little weird. A lot of that music is just gorgeous.
Hopefully it makes it more charming than, disturbing.
I think so. See if we get the right one. Not that one. Let's try that one. There we go. There is too much anime merchandise to cover everything in the news, but we try to touch on things that are really special or downright hilarious, and this last main story is definitely something special. In celebration of the 25th anniversary of Studio Ghibli's Whisper of the Heart, Acorn Republic is releasing a line of products based on the antiques in Shiro Nishi's World Emporium, the antique store where the film's main characters meet and share some precious memories. If you look closely at the picture of the items, you'll see a recreation of the cat statuette called the Baron, which first caught Shizuku's eye when she visited the shop. The statue features artificial green tiger's eye gemstones as the eyes, giving it that special luxurious finish from the anime. Also available is a replica of the shop's beautiful grandfather clock, reimagined here as a table clock, with the Dwarf King on the dial, and the other decorations were created in fine detail. The Dwarf King and Elf Princess are also featured on the dial of a new wristwatch for those who want more portability. The full range of merchandise is available on Acorn Republic's online store, but only until stock runs out. The 95 film adapted Aoi Hiragi's original manga of the same name. A live-action sequel film set 10 years after the original had been set to debut in September, but was delayed due to COVID-19. And the Studio Ghibli film The Cat Returns serves as a quasi-sequel to it. Where is my wallet?
Wow. I only have so much money.
I know.
It's gonna take all the monies, damn it, all the monies.
All the monies. Jeez. Wow. Oh, I'm gonna have to rob a bank.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The last time didn't go so well.
You only just got out of the Stony Lonesome.
Mm-hmm. I am trying right now as I speak this, because I didn't get a chance ahead of time, to find this store, because unfortunately there are a lot of acorns out on there. That's not it. Because I want to know. I really want to know.
What did we learn?
Yeah, exactly. Not that.
Well, I found
owning
Acorn
the Baron?
Republic shop
Mm-hmm.
in Yokohamashi in Kanagawa.
Okay.
It's a combined
wait.
shop, but
So
it's
that
not
could be
it's
it.
not a website.
They said it's available on their online store. I mean, it could well be all Japanese. Okay, we will have to do more research at some other point to hopefully find this. Well, actually, I know. That is one of my favorite works of all time. That is a thing that I really, 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 really
As we're all like
really
now
care
looking.
about. Yeah,
Like,
we're all looking at
scrambling.
this right now. We're all looking. You can visit their online store here. It is in the ANN listing. One moment, please. Stand by as I pull this up. There it. Okay, that's about as much as I thought it would be. If you want to own a copy of the Baron, it will set you back 18,000 yen. So about $200.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad. The clock is 17,000
Yen.
Yen. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you did the one and then the conversion of dollars and 17,000 like it flash in my head.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
They have
Expensive.
gorgeous
Oh,
bookends. Oh, those bookends.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, this is nice. This is a nice set of merch. Like I am, like hats off to you all, for making these. Oh, they have a little diorama of the barn and all that stuff, and yeah.
Where'd you find? Where is this now? Where is this magical place?
If you, I googled Whisper of the Heart merchandise.
Oh,
and
because I
then-
just did Google Acorn Republic.
And then found the Anime News Network article from that search. And the ANN article at the bottom says you can go to their online store here. So that the funny thing is, I see the wait a minute, wait, hold on, hold the phone. There is another statue of the Baron for 5,800 yen.
Oh, it's a miniature.
Oh, yeah, clearly. It's probably like, okay, yeah, it's,
Yeah.
which
Wee
is fine.
tiny.
Yeah, it's definitely not to that scale. But, if you wanted a statue, because they also have the girl cat statues. And that was the other thing I was like, ooh, I would like a pair, please. PAR, not the fruit. Yeah, sure enough.
This is making me hungry. I wish
Exactly,
I had a pair.
yes.
Okay.
So,
Random?
I try not to buy lots of anime merch, but that is a thing that I could totally see myself splurging on.
Just kill me. Just kill me now.
I know. That Baron. Oh, that Baron. They know how to do it. They know exactly how to reach into our little otaku wallets and just pull the money right out. It's impressive.
Drag it out of it.
Impressive work. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, also this week, other news stories I wanted to mention. We can certainly dig into if we want to, but otherwise we can just kind of mention and move on. The Tsukino Talent Production, or TsukiPro franchise, announced this week a spin-off TV animes in the works for its Vazzy and Rock Down groups. VazzRock the Animation will debut in 2022 and feature 2 6-member groups, which both began with CD releases in 2018. The franchise also includes 2 seasons of Tsukiuta the Animation, which centers on singing anthropomorphized months. I'm moving on. Liber Entertainment's Q idol training smartphone game is also inspiring an anime adaptation for its first anniversary. Yumeta Company and Graphinica will produce the anime. The app was only launched in October 2019, where you are the role of a manager at a small voice acting agency, managing 16 aspiring idols. Boy, haven't seen that one before. The last anime announced this week is a 2-episode mini-anime based on Moto Kuromura's manga, The Hero King, reincarnated to master martial arts, thus becoming the world's strongest female knight in training. Based on Hayaken's novel series of the same name, the manga centers on the elderly Hero King Inglis. Before death, he wishes to live freely in the next life and master martial arts, and is reincarnated in the distant future as the daughter of a legendary knight family. It is described as a transsexual fantasy manga. The anime's first episode aired today. The second will come out next week on the 14th. Bandai Spirits is hosting the Tamashi Nation 2020 Figure Museum virtual event this weekend. The event features almost 1,000 figures from various franchises such as Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Gundam, and Demon Slayer. Gotta get on that train. It includes a VR exhibition hall, a 360-degree panorama of figures, and video streams for new product announcements, which makes sense. Anime Japan announced on Monday that Anime Japan 2021, set for March 27th through March 30th, will be a combination online and in-person event. The public days will be held on March 27th and 28th, with events both in-person at Tokyo Big Sight and online. The in-person part of the event will feature merch sales, exhibition booths, and 40 stage events across the 2 days. The online part will stream the stage events and show the exhibition booths, and will also host a Work You Want Animated ranking poll. That will be able to visit all. The show's business days will be held March 29th and 30th online only. These days allow buyers and licensors to have business discussions with anime staff representatives, and will also feature seminars and exhibitor introductions. Finally, this week's issue of Kodansha's Nakayoshi magazine announced that Hiroyuki Takei's Shaman King manga is inspiring a shoujo manga spin-off. Titled Shaman King and a Garden, the new manga will debut in the magazine December 1st. Takei is credited with the original work, with Jet Kusamura organizing the manga and Kyo Nuisawa drawing it. The manga will share the pasts of characters Kana, Matilda, and Marion from the original manga, which debuted back in '98 and inspired several other manga spin-offs and TV anime. So, kind of a neat idea for a spin-off, I thought.
I miss Shaman King.
Yeah.
I liked it. I only got to watch it once. I haven't had a chance to go back to it, but I watched it when it was aired, and liked it. I mean, it wasn't anything great or special. It was just fun and a different style of animation.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think I ever saw it once.
Also, I mean,
the name.
Yeah. Also, a fairly shocking anime. I mean, spoiler alert: the main character's best friend gets vivisected, like in episode 3. He's fine, but yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's just a thing. It's anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wow. I can see right into you there. That must be uncomfortable.
It's the power of friendship.
Yes. Pretty much. Yeah. It's
stuff your friendship. Get some thread and a needle. Sew me back up.
But yeah, absolutely, it's a fun franchise. Cool. Yeah. I think that's all the manga. That's all the news for this week. So thank you all for watching. See you next week.